Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Go Tiger Astros, coming at you live from Hiroshima, Japan, with today's next matchup. The Astros are in Florida now to face the Tampa Bay Rays for a 3-game series down there at Tropicana Field. Astros have won 5 games in a row now, finishing off a couple of games in Arlington, sweeping the Red Sox just recently, ending that series a couple days ago. Don't mind me, I'm just getting my coffee ready. It is about 7:47 now in the morning. The Red Sox and I just realized I need to change the direction of my fan just a little bit. Overnight the temperature was a little lower here than usual, so I was able to keep the AC off and just use a fan. So got the fan going here. If I don't get too hot, it'll be nice. I can save some money on the AC today. But when I put this hat on, this awesome old Astros hat, and his headset, it tends to get warm after a while. However, it seems like the wind is blowing a little bit in the microphone, so I'm going to move my fan down just a bit because I don't want it to bother you guys. Give me one moment. Then we'll be pouring the coffee and starting the game. All right, that's better. Astros have about 45 games left. Almost exactly half of those are home games. So it's kind of an even split, 50-50. Strength of schedule is also about 50-50. 1 second, I think I'm going to have to sneeze. Lucky for you guys, I've got the mute button. As long as I have a little pre-warning, then hitting that mute button shouldn't be a problem to avoid killing your ears with my sneezes. For some reason, it does seem that I have a slight sore throat today, but hoping that will begin to go away as the morning progresses, as I get this coffee into me, and as the Astros start scoring tons of runs against the Rays. Jose Altuve, my personal hero, he is coming up to bat. He's going to be leading off the Astros against Taj Bradley, who is the pitcher for the Rays today. He's going to be battling against Framber Valdez. Altuve had a really cool day the other day. Had 3 hits in a row in the DH slot. Very first pitch, he fouls up and away, 97 miles per hour. Not a bad swing. The timing was perfect. Ball went straight back. He just got underneath it too much. No ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Bounces for ball 1-1-1. It's so funny yesterday. Altuve, first 2 at-bats, he hit to left, single to right. And then I thought, I wonder if he'll hit a single to center, and he did. This one's bounced to shortstop. He'll have to charge and fire it over, and he barely gets Altuve at first base. So no single for the leadoff today for Altuve. He grounds out. Alex Bregman will come up, and he'll be followed in the DH spot by Alvarez. Alvarez not playing in the field today. Yainer Diaz after him. Jeremy Pena, John Singleton, Jake Myers, Chas McCormick, and Pedro Leon. First pitch to Bregman is low for ball one. Coffee smells really good. Here comes the next pitch from Bradley. Really high and inside, ball two. It must be so much nicer to be a TV commentator than a radio commentator, right? Next pitch is in the zone, fouled up and away. That's going to get out. Strike one, 2-1. It takes a little while to get used to calling the game so that everybody can understand what's happening, you know? Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Oh, that one's hit really hard to left field. Is that going to get out? And it is just inside the pole. That is gone to left field. Alex Bregman starts the game off with a solo shot just a few feet inside the foul pole, about 10 rows up in the seats. 1-0. That's what I like to see. Alex Bregman, they've been talking a lot about him recently, hitting that ball really hard, putting a lot more power on it recently. He continues that right now. He is just smoking the ball. 356 feet. It wasn't a massive hit, but it was enough to get out of this park. Yordan Alvarez comes up to bat, and his very first pitch, he fouls away. He's swinging. The Astros are getting the bat on the ball. Alvarez should be able to easily straighten one out himself, too. No balls, one strike. Here comes a pitch. That one's called strike. Kind of up and out of the zone, but just enough to be called strike. 0-2 pitch is on the way. This one's high. Swing and fouled off by Alvarez. Count remains 0-2. Alvarez got his average up to 307. He's done a lot of work to bring his average back up because he was pretty cold for a while. This one's a swing and a miss. That's something you don't see very often. Low, almost in the dirt. Not a good pitch to be swinging at. Yeah, that pitch to Bregman was an inside fastball, 91 miles an hour. And he was able to turn on that and get it out of the park. First pitch to Yainer Diaz is in the top of the zone, 97 miles an hour for strike one. Appreciate you guys joining today. I see I've already got 7. That's nice. Thanks for being here. 98 miles an hour. Upper outside part of the zone, strike two. Diaz batting .299 for the season. He got over 300 for the first time. That's not going to help him. A swing for strike three. Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikes to Yainer Diaz to end the inning. So Alex Bregman just walks up quietly, gets a home run, and now we're moving into the bottom of the second. So the Astros have 1 hit, 1 run off Taj Bradley. Framber Valdez is about to step up on the mound, and he will be dealing with a 1-run lead so far. All we really need is for Framber to stay calm and laugh and smile and have a good time like he did his last game when he almost got that no-hitter. Wouldn't it be funny if he came back and got a no-hitter today? It would be like, yeah, I didn't get that no-hitter the other day, but I want one, so I'll do it today. That would be great. Ah, that feels good in my throat. Good stuff. I took a nice loud sip on that first one. I forgot about the microphone being so close to my mouth. I apologize for that. I actually listened to that one time to see how loud it was, and I realized I can't be sipping so loudly on my coffee. Seems we have 9 people in the, well, not necessarily in the live chat, but listening in. Thank you for being here today. I'm calling this game by watching the MLB TV stream from Hiroshima, Japan. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Just the simple fact that you are listening in and you've got the game going helps my channel to grow. If you have a moment, feel free to bump the like button. That helps me even more. My summer holiday is almost over. I'm having to go back to school on the 19th, so I've got roughly a week. And then some of these games I won't be able to call, depending on what time they start. If the game starts at 9 o'clock my time, or 8 o'clock my time, then I won't be able to call them because of school. Framber's on the mound facing Jose Caballero. First pitch to him is low and inside for ball one. Coming up after Caballero is Dylan Carlson and Yandy Diaz. 0-1, here comes the pitch. That one's in the bottom of the zone. 93 miles an hour. Yep. Strike one. 1-1. One and one pitch on the way. Ooh, nice curveball. 78 right in the zone. 2 strikes, 1-2. Okay. That pitch is just barely out of the zone for ball 2, 2-2. It seems that my fan is still getting a little bit of the microphone, so I'll fix that right quick. This one is swung on and fouled back. Count remains 2-2. I will try to move the fan down a little bit more. I don't want it hitting the microphone and bothering you guys. Might have to turn my AC on. We'll see. Here comes the next pitch from Valdez. Curveball, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strike 1. Yeah, the count starts over. Strike 3, first out, and first strikeout for Valdez. Good way to start the game off for him. That'll bring up Dylan Carlson. John Singleton is covering first base. The AAA guy, Zach DeCenzo, will take a break today. First pitch to Carlson is in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Carlson batting .210 this season. Here comes the pitch. Right in there, bottom of the zone. 95 miles an hour. Strike 1. 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 pitch from Valdez. This one's hit right up the middle. That's going to be a no-hitter for Framber Valdez. That's for sure. Single for Carlson. And he's on first base with 1 out. No good chance for Diaz to get to that one. Just about 4 or 5 feet to the left of the second base bag. He rings up Yandy Diaz. Here comes the first pitch to him. That's in there, low part of the zone. About 93 miles an hour. Nope. 88. It's so small on the screen when they first show it. I have to squint to see it. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Valdez. That's a bouncer in the dirt. Scooped up by Diaz, but that'll be ball 1. 1-1. I don't know if my live chat is working. It seems like it has disconnected. Next pitch is several inches off the plate inside. Ball 2. 2-1. Try to type something in here. Good morning, afternoon, evening, all. How about that? Just something simple. Let's see if my chat is showing up. That one's in there for a strike. Evens the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Framber quickly gets ready for the next pitch. And here it comes. Curveball, strike 3. 79 miles an hour. Starts off up in the zone. Winds up in the bottom of the zone. Perfect pitch. And he gets him swinging. Yandy goes down. Two strikeouts now for Framber Valdez. Christopher Morel comes up to bat, right-hander. That was a crazy looking pitch, had some movement to the outside, 96 mile per hour fastball. That one actually moved away from the batter. That was crazy, but it was a little out for ball 1. 15 pitches now for Valdez. Let's hope he can shut it down quick here. That one is another fastball, but he misses a few inches inside ball 2. Morel is batting .193 this season. He's 1 for 10 versus the Astros. This is a ground ball to Bregman. Has no problem firing over to first base. Perfect throw. Retires the side. So the Astros and the Rays both have 1 hit. The Astros lead 1-0, courtesy of Bregman's home run to left field. Yeah, okay, the chat is working. That's good to see. That chat in the middle of the screen, guys, if you see in that orange box, if you're looking at the screen, that actually has the chat. It puts the YouTube chat right in the screen. It's kind of a cool feature, but occasionally it acts a little wonky, and I'm not quite sure why it doesn't connect, but it seems to be connected now, so all is good. Let me take this base runner off. We're going into the top of the second. Who's up to bat? Jeremy Pena, followed by John Singleton, and then Jake Myers. John Singleton hasn't played first base in a few games. You probably know that the Astros have pulled up a couple of AAA guys recently. Pedro Leon, who's in the lineup today, playing right field and batting 9th. And Zach DeCenzo, who has been playing first base the past couple of games. He had his first MLB home run in Boston the other day, and it was a monster. No pun intended there. It went over the monster, but it was out of the park. I'm still not sure if they found that ball. They were talking about it the other day, whether or not they would ever find it, and even if they did, would they get it back, get it to Zach. But he's been doing well. He's going to have a breather, apparently, for this game. He might come in later on as a DH. Who knows? Or a substitute. Pedro Leon only batting .154. He's been able to play about 5 games or so with the Astros. First pitch to Pena is on the way. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. Strike 1. Altuve has moved his average back up a little bit to 302. Pena, he bounces this one to the third baseman. Should be an easy play. Oh, it is. It was a terrible throw, though. First baseman makes a really great catch on Caballero's terrible throw. That's a long throw. For those of you who have never played third base, that was my first position when I was a kid. In T-ball, I played third base. And as I moved up into Little League, I stayed in the infield. First pitch to Singleton is up and in for strike 1, 97 miles an hour. But my primary positions were third and second base. Those are the ones I mainly played. That one's in the dirt, bounces for 1-1. But man, I never had unfortunately, we never played in a big city, so I didn't have a coach that really knew what he was doing. First pitch, or the next pitch rather, from Bradley is hit to the shortstop. Grounder picked up and fired over to first base. Singleton is thrown out easily for out number 2. So Pena and Singleton ground out. No single from Single McSingleton. Not yet. Jake Myers, the powerhouse, he and Singleton are battling for the title of lowest batting average, I guess. Pedro Leon doesn't really count since he's kind of new, but... Oh, no. Shaz McCormick has that locked up at 204. The first pitch is in there for strike 1. Here's the next pitch to Jake Myers. That's way high. 97 miles per hour, but well out of the zone. Myers avoids the 0-2 count. I'm always happy to see that. That's a small victory for Jake Myers. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one's a tapper, just foul. That would have been an embarrassing out. Tap it back to the pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jake Tappers. Jake Myers. Yeah, Singleton's batting 233. Myers batting 230. McCormick batting 204. Those 3 guys in a row, man. They need to get with the program. We need those guys up over 270 at least. If we had the bottom of the batting order at 270, we'd be sitting pretty. That next pitch is low for ball 2. That evens up the count. Two and 2 comes the pitch. That's a bouncer foul. I just remembered they showed Kyle Tucker in the dugout there, guys. I had a dream about Kyle Tucker last night. I'm serious. The dream was that they traded him. Here's the next pitch. Fouled away. 89 miles per hour. Fouled off down the first base side and into the crowd. Count remains 2-2. 25 pitches now for Bradley. But I even remember the guy that they traded him for. They traded him for some guy named Moses. That one's way high. Ball 3. Full count for Jake Myers. That's nice to see. Myers so commonly getting the 0-2 count. He doesn't see a full count very often. Next pitch is curveball on the outside corner, swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Astros go quietly into the night, into the top of the second night with nothing. No hits, no scary almost hits, 2 ground balls for outs, and 1 strikeout. Going into the bottom of the second, Valdez will be facing Johnny DeLuca, Jose Siri, and Curtis Mead. But that dream I had was pretty interesting because they said it was a player named Moses from the Rays. Or, no, more specifically, they said he was from Florida. But I don't know what that meant in the dream. I just assumed that they meant the Rays. But I don't even know any really notable players right now named Moses. Do you guys? Let me look up and see if there's a guy named Moses. John Moses. Darius Moses. Do the Rays have any players named Moses? There's Trenton Moses. Let me see. Moises Gomez? This is a guy who plays for St. Louis. John Moses, I see again. Who's he play for? The Mariners? They don't even have a picture of him. I know this guy doesn't play anymore. He was born in 1957. Good Lord. Darius Moses? Born 1995. He could still be playing, but maybe he's retired. I don't know. Yeah, it seems he hasn't... okay. He hasn't played since 2019. And in that year, he played minor leagues. Yeah, it doesn't look like he ever got out of the minors. That's kind of sad. Oh well. First pitch to DeLuca. Swing and a miss. Oh no, the count just changed to 0-2. That was a second strike. I missed the first pitch. 0-2 to DeLuca. Here comes the 20th pitch from Valdez. That bounces in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I was getting so wrapped up in finding the information about this Moses guy, I missed the first pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnny DeLuca facing Framber Valdez, the want a no-hitter but didn't quite get it guy. That pitch was beautiful. Curveball right in the top outside part of the zone. Should have been called strike. Umpire says, nah, let's lay off. Ball 2. Johnny DeLuca batting 191, trying to get some help from the umpire there. Here comes the next pitch. Fouled away down the first baseline on a half swing. It's funny because Diaz framed that pitch for a really, really long time, and Framber Valdez just kind of hit his glove like, it's all right, come on, let's go. That was funny. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one's in there. That's a no-doubter. Fastball, 96 miles an hour on the inside corner. DeLuca stands there like a deer in the headlights. Framber Diaz takes on the role of the hunter and shoots him down. 3rd strikeout for Valdez this game. That was well placed. That could not have been more perfect. Jose Siri is up to bat. Another fastball, 94 miles an hour, up and in, but in the zone for strike 1. Siri's kind of complaining about it, but that was a strike, buddy. Now he's showing bunt. That's hilarious. He shows bunt, pulls away, but the curveball's in the zone. Siri's shaking his head. He didn't like that one either. That one's low and outside, but it was in the zone. So 2 strikes. Now he calls for timeout. 0-2 against Siri. He's not liking the pitches, but once again, that's one of my pet peeves that I just don't understand. If it's close, you can't complain. Ooh. Siri's lucky that the ump didn't call that one. It was just below the zone. A nice curveball, 79 miles an hour. Missed the bottom of the zone by maybe an inch. Umpire laid off. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Another curveball, and he got him on a... That was the weakest swing I believe I've seen all season. He started to do a swing. It wasn't even it couldn't even really be called a check swing. It was like a half swing, and even stood up. That curveball bounced in the dirt. It fooled him so bad. It made him look foolish. That's another strikeout for Valdez. And Siri just dragged his bat and walked away. 4 strikeouts for Valdez. Curtis Mead. Curtis Mead is up to bat. I believe he's in the DH position. Yes, that's right. First pitch is off the plate. Second pitch is a little inside. 2 balls, no strikes. This will be the 30th pitch for Valdez. 2 outs, 2 balls, no strikes. Here comes the pitch to Mead. This one is right in the zone, but bounced foul. 88 mile per hour changeup looked like. I am starting to get a little warm. I think it's because of the coffee. Sweating just a little bit. Might have to turn on the AC for a little while. Here comes the next pitch. That one's hit hard to left field. Man, that could have been a line drive home run. It was about 20 feet foul. Man, that was a slow pitch curve, and he waited on it for a while, but he still got around too early. He just barely missed a home run. 315 feet to the foul pole. That is a very short left field fence. 2 balls and 2 strikes against Curtis Mead. Here comes the pitch from Valdez. Way outside. Full count. Thanks, guys, for being here. I'm going to assume you're my loyal subscribers. Thanks so much for supporting the channel. Astros looking to continue their winning streak right now. They're on the road winning streak. 5 in a row. This could be 6. Should be 6. Will be 6. Full count pitch. In the dirt. Strike 3. Got another one of those half swings on a curveball. He is really fooling the crap out of the Rays. 3 strikeouts that inning. 5 total. And it's just the end of the second inning, guys. 5 strikeouts and 2 innings for Framber Valdez. He is looking good, man. Very glad to see Valdez performing like this. This is what we want to see. Valdez is up over 30 pitches now. Let me see how many pitches he's thrown. Pitch count. Where's the pitch count? Pitch count is not on the stat board here. I guess I can only see it during the game. Not during the game, I mean while Framber is on the mound. That's the only time I can see the pitch count, unless I go to the ESPN tracker. ESPN tracker probably has it. And it does. So let's see what the pitch count is for Valdez. 33. 20 of those are strikes. Probably many of those are swinging. I know that many of the strikeouts are swinging strikes. He made the Rays look like fools in the second inning. Man, those half swings. By the time they got, as soon as they started to swing, they knew that they had messed up. As soon as they tried to start swinging. And I kid you not, I could tell by the way that they ended their swing. Their swings died before they even got to the plate. Luckily for me, I didn't do that very much. It's interesting because I felt like if I had had a good coach, I probably could have taken baseball much more seriously and played college ball at the least. First pitch to McCormick is just outside for ball 1. You guys might think I'm pulling your chains, but actually I used to play every sport I could get my hands on when I was growing up. Next pitch is a curveball, swing and a miss by McCormick. Strike 1, 1-1. I was offered a scholarship to play basketball. I'm 6'2", so kind of moderately sized for basketball. I knew that I would never be a big-time player. Next pitch to McCormick is right in the middle of the zone, 90 miles an hour, but fouled away on the first base side. 1-2. You might ask, well, why not? I was a good shooter. I was a really good free throw shooter. Probably shot like 95% from the line. Fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Didn't have any problems with three-pointers. Didn't have much of a problem handling the ball or making passes. It's just that my fingers aren't very long. I have wide hands, but my fingers aren't very long, so I couldn't really palm and handle the ball very well. I had to, so if I went up to shoot with one hand, it would be very difficult to control the ball. I'd have to basically keep both hands on the ball until right before the moment that I would shoot it. So if somebody bumped my arm while I had it with one hand, I would just lose the ball. 2-2. Wow, that was in the dirt and bounces way high, falls away. That's going to be a full count against McCormick. Good bat so far for Chaz, fouling the ball off and taking those pitches out of the zone. The leadoff base runner would be nice here in the third inning. Here comes the next pitch from Bradley. Way outside, so Chaz gets a walk. That is a very satisfactory walk. Satisfactory walk by Chaz McCormick. That'll do, Chaz. That'll do. Anyway, I decided that the amount of injuries that I got consistently from basketball and the lack of ability to palm the ball like Michael Jordan, it just wasn't enough for me. It was too much for me to continue playing basketball. Pedro Leon comes up, shows bunt, but takes that pitch way outside. Another wild pitch. There have been 3 really wild pitches from Bradley this inning so far. But in baseball, guys, the only thing that I really felt that kept me back was lack of strength in my throwing arm. If I made too many strong throws, my arm would start hurting, and I felt like that was mainly because I just didn't have a coach to properly warm me up. They're taking a mound meeting right now, by the way, infield, and the catcher is speaking with Bradley. And when you're on third base, you have to make some long throws, and they have to be hard and fast, and you make several of those. My arm would just start hurting up underneath my bicep, like in the tendons. And I knew that that was not because of me or a problem with my body, but probably because of lack of warming up and strength conditioning in the arm. 1 ball, no strikes to Leon. This one's fouled away. Nice line drive, but out of play for strike one. 1-1. Leon is he's been in about 5 or so games for the Astros so far. He's batting 154. He has had some good hits, but since then hasn't done so well. See if he can do better today. That one's just inside for ball 2, 2-1. But as far as fielding, I was always a good glove. And for hitting, my 2 favorite pitches were really, really fast fastballs and curveballs. I loved them both. This one's hit out into right field. That's going to be no problem. Right to the right fielder. He doesn't even have to really move. Chaz will stay on first base. That's out number 1. So I just wonder if I had stuck with it, tried to find a way to, for example, if I had moved back to Houston to live with my grandmother, I could have gone to a bigger, serious baseball school, done some strength conditioning, because I think a 6'2" guy with some muscle and speed would have been a pretty good player. My personal hero, Jose Altuve, is up. Very first pitch he takes. No, he swings. His arm guard comes off. 93 miles an hour. He misses that one completely. Batting 302. Oh and 1 is the count. Bradley pitching to Altuve. Waggling the bat around. That one's low and outside. Altuve looked like he was really ready. He seems excited to hit the ball here. Let's see if he can make something happen. He put his elbow guard back on, but it's not even over his elbow. It's just on his upper arm. This one's hit down the left side. That's going to be through for a base hit. Altuve comes through with a single, moves Chaz McCormick to second base. That was a rocket right between third and short. Nice hit by Altuve. That was a curveball, and he just punished it. He waited and smacked it hard. Basically a line drive. And now the coach is out talking on the mound with the pitcher in the infield because Alex Bregman is up to bat. He had a solo home run his last at bat. Put the Astros on the board. 2 hits now for the Astros. 2 runners on first and second with just 1 out. Only 315 feet to that left field pole. This exit velocity on his home run was only 97.1 miles an hour. 356 feet, but he only needs 315 to get to that pole. Let's see if he can get another one here, man. Swing for the fences, Bregman. Let's see one. That'd be great. Back-to-back homers for Bregman. LSU power, baby. Here comes the first pitch from Bradley. That one's a little outside. Ball 1. 98 miles an hour. Throwing the heat right now. One and 0 pitch is on the way. Curveball just on the outside corner. Strike 1. 1-1. Bregman is now batting .262 for the season. He's slowly pulling his average up. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 runners on, 1 out. Here comes a pitch from Bradley. Bregman takes that one. That's a bouncer in the dirt. Catcher's able to block it. Runners cannot advance. 2 balls, 1 strike. 14 listening in right now. Thank you so much for being here. Glad that you were able to join and listen in. Astros are up 1-0 here in the top of the third. 2 runners on and 1 out right now. Alex Bregman at the plate. Here comes a pitch from Bradley. Bounced, foul, lands behind the plate, bounces off Bregman's leg, and then rolls to the backstop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Bradley. Oh, upper outside fastball, 99 miles an hour, swing and a miss. And that's kind of a rare strikeout for Bregman to be swinging at that pitch. If it had been up in the zone, I would have understood why he swung at that one, but it was up and out. Not a good pitch. That should have been a ball. But that brings up Yordan Alvarez with 2 outs and 2 runners on. This one's grounded up the middle. It's going to be a base hit. That's definitely going to score McCormick. Is Altuve going to get to third? Yes, he does. Altuve gets to third. RBI for Yordan Alvarez, who comes through with a single right up the middle. Astros get another run on the board with that hit. It's 2-0 now. That ball bounced almost immediately as soon as it hit the ground. It was perfectly placed between the pitcher and the second baseman. There was no chance for anybody to get that one. It's another hit for the Astros. Runners at the corners with Yainer Diaz up. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Here comes the first pitch to him from Bradley. This one's hit hard. This could be gone. It's all the way deep to left field. It is gone, guys. That's a 3-run shot by Yainer Diaz. The Astros are up 5-0. 5-0 on that home run by Yainer Diaz to left center field. Absolutely amazing. They are owning Taj Bradley, and I would imagine that he is not going to last past this inning. The Astros are hitting the ball hard now. They've been threatening this whole game with all the contact they're making. Bregman gets the solo shot in the first. And now they've got 4 runs here in the top of the third. 408 feet out to left center field. That brings up Jeremy Pena. Bradley pitches to him. That's a curveball that bounces in the dirt. Ball 1. That's wonderful. I guess I can take these base runners off. Yainer Diaz cleared them all for me. That's absolutely amazing. Next pitch is 97 miles per hour right in the zone. Strike 1, 1-1. Great stuff there. Great stuff. Yainer Diaz now back up to an even 300 with his batting average. That one's 92, right in the bottom part of the zone, in the middle of the plate, fouled away by Pena. Man, 1-2 is the count. This one's fouled back. 97 miles per hour, a little up and in. Count remains 1-2. 4 hits and 5 runs, guys. Pena had a chopping ground out his first at bat. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to him. That one's another one in the dirt. Curveball. Count is even 2-2 against Jeremy Pena. Bradley trying his best to get out of the inning here. Here comes the pitch. This one's hit hard out to left field. Wow, that was a line drive rocket by Pena. But he just got around on it way too early, and he pulled it out into the left field stands. But that one could have easily been another home run. 2-2. Here comes the pitch. Oh, did he hit him? It looks like it hit him. It did. It hit him on the foot. It was a wild pitch. right in the dirt at Pena's feet, but he couldn't pull his feet out of the way, and it looks like it hit him in the foot. Let's take a look at the replay here. Which one was it? Was it off his leg? It was so fast. So Jeremy Pena's on first after a hit by pitch. And the inning continues for Taj Bradley. John Singleton comes up to bat. I'm sure he's going to be gunning for the fence. And he does. He swings really hard, but that's a high fastball, 96 miles an hour, and he fouls it back. But he's definitely hacking at the ball. Let's get Pena on first here. John Singleton, add 2 more to the board, man. Come on, launch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one's hit hard. And Singleton gets a single. Single makes Singleton. Pena's going to go to third. The inning continues. The nightmare continues for Bradley. Runners now on the corners as Singleton lives up to his name. Single McSingleton gets another single and moves Pena over to third base. There we go. That brings up Jake Myers. Jake Myers, man. If Jake Myers gets you, then it's time to come out. I mean, come on. Here comes the first pitch to Myers. High, 100 miles an hour. But little out of the zone. A few inches up and out. No, wait, that was 90? Man, these little tiny numbers on the screen, when they're tiny, it's difficult for me to see those. When they show them in the bottom right corner, it's easier. 1 ball, no strikes. Another one up in the zone, but the fouled back by Myers. Counts even 1-1. Now the Rays finally have somebody going in the bullpen. Just now they have a reliever going in the bullpen. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Myers. That one's hit hard. Wow, that was very close. Right in the zone, a curveball right in the zone. 78 miles an hour. Myers just couldn't wait long enough like Altuve did. He ripped it down the line, just a few feet foul. That could have been another extra base hit. Might have scored 2 runs. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Myers looking for his opportunity here. He's going to get one. Here comes the pitch. And this one's to the shortstop and almost cut off by the third baseman. That was a little wacky play. Could have been an error. But as it stands, they're able to get it over to first base for the third out. Man, that was close. That could have been another run scored. But the Astros come away with 4 runs that inning. 3 of those on Yainer Diaz's 3-run shot to left center field. Man, what an inning. Oh, I love games like this. It feels like it's been forever since I've had to call a game like this, or I've been able to, rather. We're just 3 innings in, not even 3 complete innings, just 2.5, and the Astros are up 5-0. Valdez has only given up 1 hit. He's got 5 strikeouts. The Astros are hitting the ball like crazy. I really hope that the Rays keep that pitcher in the game for 1 more inning, but I'm pretty sure that they won't. The Astros are just hitting him way too hard. Man, whew. Let me take Pena and the other runner off the base here. There we go. Bases are cleared. We're going into the bottom of the third. The Rays have Taylor Walls, Alex Jackson, and Jose Caballero coming up to bat. STK Shaker says this offense is on fire. Yeah, man. They were talking today about whether the Astros, in the pregame stuff that I was watching, they were talking about whether the Astros would continue their recent hot hitting. And apparently so. I mean, when you've got Framber on the mound dealing like he's dealing right now, that's great as it is. If he only gives up 1 to 3 runs, then the Astros don't have to do too much to win the game with the bats. But when he's dealing like this, you know, it just makes the game so much more fun for everyone. And I think that with all these runs, it makes Framber even better, I believe. He doesn't get relaxed typically. He's able to calm his nerves a little better. First pitch to Walls is low and inside for ball one. 1-0. Here comes the next pitch. That was another one. Curveball, 78 miles an hour, bounces low and inside in the dirt. Tossed away by Diaz. They give him a new ball. 2 balls and no strikes. Comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Low in the zone. 88 miles an hour. 2-1 is the count. Got 5 likes so far. That's great, guys. 14 watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you have just a second, please punch that like button. Curveball right in the dead center of the zone. Couldn't have been more perfect. Strike 2. Count is even. Next pitch to Walls. A high fastball. Just barely misses for ball 3. Valdez slaps his glove. A little disappointed he missed that one. It was really close. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Walls. That one's a curveball. Swing and foul ball. Count remains 3-2. This will be the 40th pitch of the game for Valdez. Looks like he's got the pitch he wants, and here it comes. This one's hit high in the right field. Leon is running over there. Is he going to be able to get it? No, he overruns it. Oh my gosh, an absolutely terrible play by Leon. He runs over to the foul line, overplays it, and then it bounces inside the line. And that's going to be extra bases for Walls. He gets all the way over to third base. Unbelievable. Should have been a flyout, a routine flyout. That's not going to help Pedro Leon's case. He overran the ball. He was running out of play, out of bounds, but the ball actually landed about 4 feet inside the line. So Walls just kept running, and he got it all the way over to third base. That's disappointing. I say bring in Zach DeCenzo. First pitch to Caballero is outside for a ball. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. That one's a bouncer in the dirt. Ball 2. Low and inside, right in the doit. That looked like a bad news Bears kind of play by Leon, guys. Next pitch is right in there. 96 miles an hour. Strike 1. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to Jackson. Here's the next pitch. Curveball. Once again, too far and inside and a little in the dirt. They'll change the ball for him. That's 3 balls. 3 balls and 1 strike. No outs. Runner on third. Framber behind the count on Alex Jackson. Here comes the pitch. That one's in there. 97 miles an hour on the inside corner. Strike 2. Full count. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably close my doors. The sun is coming up a little higher in the sky. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning now. It's starting to get warmer. Going to need that AC. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and miss on a curveball. Excellent by Valdez. I'm going to run and close these doors until my AC on. I'll be right back. We're going to have Jose Caballero coming up with 1 out. Runner on third. Well, just like that, guys, there's a fly ball. Pedro Leon is shaking his head. Fly ball out far enough for the runner to tag. Walls is able to score as soon as I get up. But there is 2 outs. There are 2 outs now. Whew. First pitch to Dylan Carlson is outside for a ball. Valdez quickly comes back with a nice delivery for a swing and miss for strike 1. 1-1 is the count. Let me take Walls off the base pad there. There are no runners on. No shutout for Valdez either. That pitch is outside, 92 miles an hour, ball 2, 2-1. I believe that was a fly ball to Leon in right field. He was able to make the catch, but no chance to really get that ball in despite having a really strong arm. That one's low and inside, 96 miles an hour, ball 3, 3-1. Yeah, Leon catches that one, throws it back in, but he's shaking his head out in right field, and he should be. He just played that other ball so terribly, cost the Astros a run. This one's hit out to right field. Leon is under this one. Is he going to be able to get it? He does. Thank goodness. That one was hit right to him. He didn't even have to move, so luckily he was able to put it away for out number 3. So the Astros get out of the inning, but give up 1 thanks to the error on the part of Leon. But they don't credit it as an error. That's what I don't get. Now think about this, guys. If you're an infielder and there's a ground ball and you misplay it and it gets through, and I don't mean it's like you have to dive for it or something like that, but let's say that you misplay it and it's much further to the left or to the right than you thought, so then you have to stop and change directions and then dive back towards it. But actually you were in the right place originally, right? But you misjudged the ball, and then you have to dive back the other direction that you were just coming from. That would be an error. So if you're in the outfield and you misjudge a ball, and you come back and you miss it, how is that not an error? That's what I don't understand. They give the Rays a hit, but that should have been an error. 5 hits for the Astros, 2 hits for the Rays. 5-1 going into the top of the 4th. Chas McCormick will be up to bat in just a moment, followed by Pedro Leon. If Leon wants to redeem himself, he needs to start hitting the ball. It's pretty sad right now because Leon's got a really good arm, but if he's not hitting the ball and he's making plays like that, then I have to be shaking my head if I'm the coach. Some of the Astros commentators are talking about how difficult it can be to see the baseball with that ceiling, that white ceiling and all of that they have up there, but come on now. Chas McCormick takes the first pitch for a strike. Here comes the second pitch from Taj Bradley. That's high for ball 1, 1-1. McCormick was able to walk and then score later in the 3rd inning. Next pitch to him, is like a half swing from McCormick on a high inside fastball. Strike 2, 1-2. He takes a timeout and walks around in a circle. This will be the 65th pitch. Bradley is still in the game, guys. I'm surprised at that. Here comes the next pitch. This one's hit hard down the third base line, but just foul. Count remains 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch to Chas. Low and outside curveball, 78 miles an hour, swing and miss. Chas McCormick continues to perform like Chas McCormick this year. This is vintage 2024 Chas McCormick. His batting average drops a little more. He's almost under 200 for the season. They have to be asking some questions about him right now. First pitch to Pedro Leon is way high. Fastball 95 miles an hour. Ball 1. Yeah, McCormick's average just dropped to 203. Here comes the next pitch to Leon. Now it's a curveball. Gets the upper inside corner for strike 1. Didn't look like a really good pitch to be hitting, though. Here comes the next pitch, 1-1. That's another curveball right in the middle of the zone. That was a good one to hit. 76 miles an hour. Could have launched on that one, but he just let it go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, man. You got to make up for that missed catch. Here comes a pitch from Bradley. Swing and a miss on the dirt. He decides to run half-heartedly to first base, but he's thrown out easily. That jog, if you want to call it that, to first base was kind of a half effort, an afterthought. And here comes up a real professional. Here comes a real professional up to the plate. My hero, Jose Altuve, with 2 outs. First pitch to him is hit out into the right field stands, 96 miles per hour. Altuve should be able to easily get another hit off this pitcher, if not a home run. Here comes the pitch. This one, ooh. That was a curveball. Altuve waited on it like he did that last hit, but that one was just too low and he missed it. That'll be strike 2, 0-2. Give him another one like that, just a little up in the zone. Come on, Bradley, you can do it. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Altuve. And a little tapper, foul. Catcher goes out and gets it because it was Jackson, the catcher. That ball, that was really close. That ball was right on the line, but the umpire called it foul. Here comes another 0-2 pitch. That one bounces way before the plate. That one, he lost total control of 80 miles per hour. It hit the grass halfway between the mound and the plate. That was a terrible pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch. This one's hit hard, right through the right side. Another single for Altuve. He does it again. So yesterday he had a single to the left, the right, and the center of the field. Today he now has singles to the left and right side in the same order. If he gets another single right up the middle, that will be hilarious. If Altuve in his next at bat gets a single up the middle, that means that he will have done the same exact thing 2 games in a row, 3 bats in a row, 3 singles, and 3 different locations in the same exact order. I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Alex Bregman is up, takes the first pitch outside and high for ball 1. Here comes the next pitch from Bradley. Curveball right on the outside corner for strike 1. The count's even. Bradley has actually given up a lot of hits and runs with 2 outs. Astros punished him last inning. It'd be nice to see Bregman launch again here. Make the Rays pay for keeping him in. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard to center field, but that's going to be easily playable by Siri. He catches it easily. Total opposite of how Leon played that ball, and unfortunately Altuve's stranded. Astros don't come away with anything that inning. But I'm happy to see Altuve raising his batting average back up. He's at 305 again. I want to see him wrap up the season over 300. Same thing with Alvarez and Diaz. So right now, Alvarez is batting 308. Diaz is batting an even 300. Altuve at 305. Astros have 3 guys over 300 right now. What is DeCenzo's batting average now? He was able to bring his back up. 238. Not great, but considering how he's only played a few games. And he does have some good hits. 5 hits for him, and including his first home run. Can't complain about that. He hit it out of the park, literally out of the park in Boston. Arrighetti. Whoops, not Arrighetti. Man, why is this MLB TV screen changes without me telling it to? It automatically changes, so I'm about to read something and then something else pops up. I'm trying to look at who the Astros have on the bench. I was trying to say Caratini, and it changed suddenly to Arrighetti, so I just read that out loud. I'm kind of messed up. I need some more coffee, guys. Caratini is batting .275. He's been creeping up that batting average. He's got 20 RBIs this season and 6 home runs on 36 hits. Very timely hitting recently by Caratini in 50 games. That's great. Dubon has been suffering. He's down 255 for the season. I think he was as high as like 278, 280. And can you imagine if we could get these guys up, if we could get their batting average up to like at least 270, 275 in the bottom of the batting order and keep these primary guys over 300, we'd be sitting pretty. First pitch to Yandy Diaz is a strike right in the zone. Second one is outside, taken for ball 1. 1-1 from Valdez. Here comes the next pitch. Yandy swings and misses that curveball, 78 miles an hour, low in the zone. Greetings, everyone, from Go Tigers in Hiroshima, Japan. Calling this game here in the bottom of the 4th. Astros leading 5-1. That curveball is in the dirt for ball 2 against Yandy Diaz. No outs yet in this inning. This is the leadoff batter. 2-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Curveball bounced to Bregman. He gets it on the run, fires over to first. Singleton grabs it for the out. Yandy goes down, no problem. 1 out. Last 8 starts for Valdez. He's 6-0. ERA of 2.8. Batting average for the opponents is 225. Next batter is Christopher Morel. First pitch to him was a fastball in the low inside part of the zone for strike 1. 0-1. Here comes the next pitch to Morel. That's going to be a little outside for ball 1. 1-1 is the count. For some reason on the screen they're showing it as 1-0, but it is not 1-0. It is 1-1. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right field. Leon is underneath it. Does he play it well? He's a little confused. That's scary, man. He catches it, but he moved to his left, and he moved back to his right. He kind of misplayed it again a little bit, but he's able to find it and finally put it away. Out number 2. That brings up Johnny DeLuca. This will be the 60th pitch of the game for Framber Valdez. A 1-pitch out right here would be great. Strike ball. Strike ball. Ball in the bottom of the zone is what I meant to say. Strike. In the bottom of the zone. Fastball there. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bounce to third. Bregman gets it. He's going to have to quickly fire to first. He does. He just barely gets it there in time. DeLuca's quick, but Bregman has got a quicker arm, stronger arm. Throws him out. That's going to be out number 3. 3 up and 3 down. No problem for that inning. No error by Leon, so no base runner on third for the Rays to drive in. Nice quiet inning. That's the way it should be. Pedro Leon actually catching the fly ball, and then Framber Valdez getting the ground outs. Yordan Alvarez will be up to bat when we come back. Followed by Diaz and Pena. I'm going to have to take a break in just a moment, but I don't think I really have time right now. I don't want to miss the Astros at bat, especially with Yordan coming up to lead it off. Let me take a look at the live stream right quick. No new comments. No, but 13 watching. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you coming in. I'm working on some ways to try to make my live stream more interesting and better for you guys. Obviously, if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to hear or see here, I appreciate it. But I will tell you this. I'm trying to find a way where I can show clips of the highlights, the replays of the important plays of the game. From what I understand, it would not be a copyright violation if I just showed just maybe 3 to 5 second clips of the important replays of the game. That's something that I really want to do, and I know that I can do it. It's just a question of how to do it. I stayed up late last night. I teach English online, but my last class of the evening, they canceled at the last minute, so I had a good 2 hours to do something else. And I decided to try to figure out some stuff for my channel. I'm getting closer. First pitch to Yordan Alvarez on the way. Ooh, 89 miles an hour right in the middle of the zone, taken for strike one. Yordan could have launched on that first pitch. Taj Bradley is still in the game. Alvarez needs to punish the Rays for making that decision. Here comes the pitch. This one is hit hard, and he does punish him. This is going to be a double for Alvarez all the way out to the wall. He can jog into second base. Doesn't have to even slide. He's at second before the ball even gets to the second baseman. So after 2 pitches, Alvarez takes the first one in the zone. The second one is a curveball right in the middle of the zone again. Not sure what Bradley's thinking, throwing in the zone to Yordan Alvarez. He's lucky that that one wasn't blasted out to that 322 mark in right field for another home run. But Yordan does make him play. Last 15 at bats, Yordan has been on 12 times. That's nuts. Yainer Diaz is up now. He had a 3-run shot his last at bat. First pitch to him is a ball. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. No outs. One runner on second. This one's hit really hard out to left center, but he's going to be able to make a play. Not quite far enough for Yordan to tag, unfortunately. So Yordan stays at second. That was a hard hit ball, but just playable by the left fielder. He's able to get over there. Man, Yainer hit that ball in the same area as his home run, but that one just shy of the warning track. He gave it a ride. Yainer smacking that ball hard, but then again, several of the Astros, even some of the bottom of the lineup, they're hitting the ball hard. Pena has been too. And he's up to bat right now with Yordan on second. First pitch is low, almost a foot below the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. 90 miles an hour on that one. Pena had a good at bat going before he got hit in the foot the last at bat. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That one's low and away. Good take for ball 2. If he throws Pena in the zone, Pena can add to that run total. He could put 7 on the board right now. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Way up high and inside. Pena has to pull away from that. That's ball 3. Bradley up to 85 pitches now. Here comes the next one. That one's right in the zone, 95 miles an hour, taken for strike 1. Looks like Pena was playing for the walk there. I think I would have been looking to swing the bat as hard as I could on that pitch. It would have been a good one. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Bradley. Pena swings, a check swing, and it's going to be tough. Yes, it almost got through, but the second baseman was able to dive and grab it. However, he had no time to get that ball to first base. That's going to be an infield hit by Pena, and Yordan moves to third base. That was just a half swing, kind of a check swing hit by Pena. Tapper into that big gap on the right side between the second baseman and the first baseman. Pitch was so far inside, he had to kind of pull his fists in to get the bat on it. Luckily, it went to the opposite side of the field, and there was a big gap there. By the time the second baseman closed it and got on the ball, he couldn't even make a play to first. Jeremy Pena's speed is just way too much. Ray's coach is now out on the mound, obviously buying some time for Kelly, who's warming up in the bullpen. 1 out, runners on the corners for the Astros. Jordan on third, Pena on first. John Singleton is up to bat. Single McSingleton had a single his last at bat. Bradley's still on the mound. They break up the meeting. The Rays still have their bullpen guy warming up. First pitch to Singleton is just about on the way. Here it comes. That was a curveball right in the zone for strike one. That could have been a really nice pull hit for Singleton. A good pull hitter, but not for breaking balls typically. 0-1 is the count. Here comes the 89th pitch from Bradley. Check swing strike. They say he went. No, he didn't. Wow, I can't believe that they did not say that he went on that one. I was sure that he did, but he didn't. And they say the pitch was just a little outside. So 1-1 is the count. Singleton gets lucky there. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That one's right in the zone. Another curveball. Not surprised. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I just don't see Singleton getting a lot of success with breaking balls. But these curveballs look like they're very easy to hit, especially the ones right in the zone. I mean, come on. These are gimmies, I think. 1-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch. Another breaking ball, but this one's in the dirt. Singleton holds up. The count's even. 2-2. And it's that time again, guys, for my weak cup of coffee. As I'm at the bottom of my cup now. Oh, actually, first I want to put a little milk in there. It mixes better when I put the milk in first. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That one was a fastball just above the zone. 3-2. Man, I'm surprised that he didn't call that one a strike, but it was a good call. It was a couple inches out of the zone. Full count on Singleton with 2 runners on. Here comes the pitch. Pena's running. That ball's ball 4. It's outside. Can't believe it. Penaton. Johnny Penaton. I was trying to say Pena stole second base while Singleton took that pitch, but it was ball 4. So that's going to load the bases with 2 outs, and they've got the new pitcher Kelly coming in. There's no way that they're going to let Bradley continue this inning. He's got 2 outs, but he's loaded the bases. And the powerhouse, Jake Myers, is coming up to bat. And they're too scared to pitch to Myers, so they bring in a reliever. But now is the time for Myers to finally get a hit. He doesn't have any hits this game, but if he can get one right now, it will be awesome. Can you imagine a Jake Myers grand slam? Let me make a prediction here, okay? If Jake Myers hits a grand slam, I can see in my mind how he will be acting as he runs around the bases. He will be screaming. He'll be going, rah, rah, rah. He'll be really excited and pumped up and yelling. That's what you'll see. That's my prediction, okay? I'm not predicting that he will hit a grand slam, but if he does, that's exactly what he will do. You just watch. He's not like Altuve. Altuve hits a grand slam. Altuve just be running around the bases respectfully and calmly and quietly. It won't be until he gets to the dugout that he starts smiling and laughing and stuff, because everybody will be messing with him and pushing him and slapping him, and he'll laugh and giggle and smile and stuff. But when he's running around the bases, he never gloats and he never gets excited and stuff. He just remains professional. Altuve is just pure professional. But Myers will be very, very worked up and excited, and he'll show that as he's running the bases. There's my prediction. Okay. Shaker says Jordan Alvarez hotter than the heart is blocking it. I'm going to say I agree, even though I can't read that one word. Okay, it's the sun. Hotter than the sun. Okay, I couldn't see the word sun because the emoji that I can click on the screen, it was covering the word. I don't know why YouTube is set up that way where it blocks some of the text. They need to correct that. That's so annoying. First pitch to Myers from the new pitcher Kelly is in there for strike one. Kind of looks like Quentin Tarantino, Kevin Kelly does. Here comes the next pitch to Myers. One out, bases loaded. Oh, on the outside corner, he calls that one a strike. So Jake Myers gets the infamous 0-2 count, but that one was a good 2 inches out of the zone. Myers calls for timeout. Come on, Myers. I want to see you scream as you run around the bases on this grand slam, because that's what I predict. I predict you're going to be screaming and excited as you round the bases, pumping those fists. Come on, man. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Kelly. This one's lined foul, just foul, down the first baseline. A nice rip. Okay, now you're warmed up, Myers. You're ready for that grand slam. Come on. One out. Bases loaded. Double, single, and a walk has loaded up these bases. I was thinking there were 2 outs, but there's only one. Low and away, ball 1, 1-2. I forgot I need to start pouring my coffee again. Come on, Myers. You got to prove my prediction right by hitting that grand slam so I can see you scream and pump those fists. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Way outside, ball 2, 2-2. I'm too far from the vending machine to get a weak coffee. Got to make it myself. 2-2. Here comes the pitch to Jake Myers. This one's bounced foul down the third baseline. Myers staying alive. Okay. You've got the full count. I mean, not the full count. You've got the even count here, Myers. 2-2. You've been able to swing the bat a couple of times. You fouled it to the right. You fouled it to the left. You're successfully warmed up. You've seen a lot of Kevin Kelly stuff. Hit that grand slam. Here we go. 2-2. Here we go. That was low in the zone. Woo! Taken. Ball 3. It nicked the bottom of the zone, but the umpire laid off. Full count. That was a dangerous one to take. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one's bounced foul again down the third baseline. Count stays at 3-2. Wow. That'll be 8 pitches now for Kelly against Myers. Goodness gracious. Here comes the full count with bases loaded, guys. This is hit up the middle. Looks like it's going to be a double play ball. Is he going to beat it? He beats it. He's safe at first. No grand slam for Myers, but he does drive in a run on an infield fielder's choice. Singleton will be out at second. Myers thankfully was able to beat that throw and get himself to first base. Astros still have runners on the corners with 2 outs, but they do put another run on the board, make up for that one that Pedro Leon cost the Astros. It's now 6-1. So Myers not too happy with himself, but good enough to get another run. Chas McCormick comes up to bat. He shows bunt for some reason, but that ball's way off the plate. Ball 1. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't want to see people wasting their at-bats with 2 outs, showing bunt. Showing bunt with 2 outs, especially a batter that's not batting well, come on. That's a swing and a miss right in the middle of the zone. 89 miles an hour, strike 1. 1-1. I don't know what's going on with the stat people, but they are really messing up the count. They were showing 0-1, but it's 1-1. Here comes the next pitch from Kelly. This one's tapped back to the mound. Another embarrassing out for Chas McCormick, and that ends the innings. The Astros only come away with 1 run on that fielder's choice by Jake Myers. Jake Myers not looking too happy as he comes off the field, but you can't be as unhappy as Chas McCormick, whose batting average will no doubt go down from 204 to 203. No, even worse, 202. Chas McCormick working hard to send his batting average down into the 100s. He's going for that Jose Abreu batting average. 6-1 as it stands right now, guys. The game going into the bottom of the 5th. Astros winning. 8 hits and 6 runs for the Astros. No errors, but there should have been an error on Pedro Leon out in right field for not catching that fly ball. Because of that, they gave up a run, the only run of the game, to the Rays, who have 2 hits. One of those, that what I'm calling an error on Leon, it really was an error. But I really need to take a quick break and go to the restroom. I'll be back in just a moment, guys, but I'm going to take my phone with me just in case I need to update something from the game while I'm there. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back. Sorry about that. Missed the first at bat. And now we've got a full count on Curtis Mead. 1 out. No base runners, no runs scored for the Rays in this inning. Framber Valdez pitching to Curtis Mead. Here's the full count pitch. Curveball in the outside corner, got him strike 3. Second out of the inning. The previous batter was Jose Siri. Let's see. What did he do this inning? That was a good pitch by Valdez. Let me see what Siri did. Struck out swinging. So 2 strikeouts for Valdez this inning. What does he have, like 7 strikeouts now? Is that right? Taylor Walls is at the bat. Takes a ball. Takes a strike. 1-1 is the count. Here comes the 75th pitch, and this one's hit hard out to left field, all the way to the wall, right off the wall. That's going to be a double for Walls. Off the wall. Walls off the wall in center, left center field. He'll be on second base with 2 outs. First really hard hit ball of the game against Valdez. I need to update the bases there, and there we go, that's updated. Bottom of the order, bringing a little bit of life to the Rays here. Walls is only batting 167 for the season. That's pretty bad. Jackson? Are these averages? Holy crap. 116? Alex Jackson is up. He's got a strikeout. First pitch to him is a ball. 1-0 is the count with a runner on second base and 2 outs. Valdez throws that curveball on that one, but it's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Runner on second. Runner on 2. And I need some more hot water so I can quickly get that second weak cup of coffee in me. Next pitch is a swing and a miss. 94 mile per hour fastball. 2-1 is the count. I wish I could live these games from my old Cominca out in the countryside, because out there I can be as loud as I want. I can open all the windows, a nice breeze coming through, and see some nature while I'm watching the game. That'd be great. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and foul down the third base line. A bouncer. Count is even, 2-2. But unfortunately, I don't have permanent residency right now. I'm single. I'm not married to anyone here in Japan. I've only been here for 4.5 years. I'm a student right now, studying. Can't be too far away from the school. And there's no internet out there at my house at the moment. I have to use my cell phone. 2-2 pitch, curveball, low in the zone. Another one bounced foul down the third base line. Count remains 2-2. But actually, I was thinking that during the break, I'm going to try to hook up. I've got my phone over here. I'm actually able to show some replays. I'm going to see if I can get that going. Framber steps off the mound for a moment, takes a break. The batter steps out of the box in response. Umpire restarts the pitch clock. 2-2 pitch, 2 outs. Runner on second. Here comes the delivery from Valdez. That one's a little high. Going to be a full count. 13 watching right now. Baker's dozen. Thanks so much for being here, guys. It's nice to see so many people consistently in the game today. Consistently over 10. That's good. Especially this early in the game. Haven't seen this many people this early in the game following my stream. That's great. Here comes the next pitch from Valdez. Curveball in the zone, strike 3, swinging. 3 strikeouts this inning, and 9 strikeouts total in 5 innings for Valdez. Man, it looks like all the Astros pitchers are just kind of dueling with each other, trying to see who can get the most strikeouts. Currently, Arrighetti, I believe, has the lead. He had 13. That's his career high. Yusei Kikuchi has been dealing also, as well as Hunter Brown. Brown didn't have quite the outing that he wanted, but he was pitching a great game. I think he had to come out after just 5 1/3 inning, if I remember correctly. My weak coffee is ready. Just need to stir it a little bit. Give it a little stir. A little stir. Any of you guys watch college football? If you do, keep in mind that in just a few weeks, the LSU Tigers will be starting to play. If you're interested in any of the Tigers games, feel free to follow me on the channel here. I am going to be calling the Astros games. And by the way, just to let you know, my plan is to be calling the MLB playoff games, as many as I can. The good thing about that is that because I am going to school here in Japan Monday through Friday, a lot of the weekday games, or a lot of the games that happen during the weekdays, for me anyway, they're a little difficult to call because of time. Right now I'm currently attending classes from 9 o'clock in the morning until 12:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. So any games that fall within that time frame, I'm unable to call. I'm on summer vacation right now, so I can call these games, no problem. First pitch to Pedro Leon is in there for strike one, 91 miles an hour by Kelly. So I'm going to call as many Astros games as I can, including the playoff games. But because there's so many different playoff games going on during that time at different times, I think that I should always be able to call a game pretty much every day. Next pitch is outside for ball 1-1. So on days where there's no ability for me to call an Astros game, I am thinking about calling the MLB playoff games regardless. 1-1 is the count. Pitch to Leon is right in there, 93 miles an hour, another strike. Apparently that was 90 miles an hour, not 93. So if you guys are interested in hearing the Astros, the Tigers, LSU Tigers, and the MLB playoff games, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Next pitch to Leon is outside, ball 2, 2-2. His average keeps going down. He's batting 133 now. Next pitch to him, swing and miss, strike 3. That's not going to help him out. He's probably going to drop down to about 115 now, 116 for his average. Let's see what it goes down to. I'm just guessing. 125. I was off. I went down too low. So 0 for 3 today, is that right? 125. Astros in Minute Maid Park are giving away some vintage Jose Altuve jerseys. My personal hero who's up to bat. Now remember, Altuve had a single to the left, single to right, and now he needs the single to center to do exactly what he did yesterday. 3 singles in a row, left, right, center. Here we go. Next pitch in the lower outside part of the zone for strike 1. Count is 1-1. Altuve takes a moment, claps his hands together, and picks his bat back up. He's ready to go. Come on, let's see that center single, Altuve. Next pitch. Right up the middle. It hits the pitcher. He came close to getting it up the middle. It hit the pitcher, and he was able to grab it and throw it over to first to get the out. But, man, he tried. That's amazing. Jose Altuve was almost able to do exactly what he did yesterday. He hit it up the middle, but it literally hit the pitcher. Alex Bregman, who has been on fire recently, comes up to bat with 1 out, no runners on. Whew, that was was that a sweeper? 78 miles an hour. Strike 1 in the outside part of the zone, swing and miss, 0-1. Here comes the next pitch to Bregman. That one's right in there, 91 miles an hour for strike 2. Man, that would have been a good one to swing at, Bregman. He's batting 261. Let's bring that average up, man. Come on. Here comes the next pitch. Low for ball 1, I'm sorry. 1-2 is the count. Bregman with a solo home run this game to the short left field fence. But he had a blast in Boston the other day. Here comes the next pitch, way outside. Good grief, that was more than 2 feet outside the zone. Catcher had to slide out there and get it. That will be an even count, 2-2. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Alex Bregman from Kevin Kelly. Off the plate by a foot. Full count. Pretty sure that Kelly doesn't want to face Alvarez. Here comes the pitch. Right in the zone, fouled. Bregman barely got a piece of that one. That's kind of strange. Bregman thought he fouled that one. I thought he fouled it. Umpire says you didn't. That's strike 3, but the catcher didn't catch it. They're taking a look at it. Espada's going to come out and talk to the umpire about that. That was weird. Show us the replay. I want to see that. Bregman thought for sure that was a foul tip, and it bounced off the glove of the umpire. But actually, Espada comes out just to tell Bregman, come on back to the dugout. Let's not worry about it. That's going to be out number 3, so they don't even look at it. I didn't even get to see a replay. Why didn't they show a replay? I don't get that. Bregman, as soon as he swung the bat, it looked to me like he fouled it. And he acted like he fouled it, like a foul tip. But the umpire called it strike 3. That was strange. The umpire said you didn't foul tip it. That was weird. It's one of those weird things I don't get sometimes. You know, they don't show you the replay. And they just accept it. It makes you wonder. Conspiracy. 10 watching right now, still above double digits. Guys, thanks so much for being here. How many likes do we have? What's the update on those? Just 6 likes. Give me at least 4 more. I'm trying to get at least 10 likes on these videos right now while I'm live streaming. In the middle of live streaming, I'd like to see at least 10 likes on the video. If you have a moment to click the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I still consider this channel to be an experiment. The good news is that my subscription... Why do I have a runner on base still? My bad. Let me take that off. I need to find my power cable and get this phone hooked up so I can show some replays. I'll do that in the next inning. I don't have enough time to do it now. Did we get the 7th like? I believe we did. 7th like? Thanks so much, whoever liked the channel or liked the stream. I appreciate that. 3 more to go, guys, to get to 10 for this inning. Oh, we've already got the game going again. Yeah, I definitely didn't have time. Jose Caballero, 1-1. I mute the game when it's in between innings because the commercials are so annoying and intrusive. This one's fouled off his foot. Caballero is now down the count 1-2 with that 96-mile-per-hour foul ball. Framber only needs 1 strikeout to get 10. Top of the 6th. Good opportunity for him to get him between now and the next inning. 85 pitches. He's not going to be in for much longer. This is going to be the main inning. He needs to try to get it. Could be it right here. 1-2 pitches on the way. That one's a nice curveball, but tapped foul by Caballero. One ball, 2 strike pitch on the way, guys, to Caballero. This one's right in the middle of the plate. Bregman gets it just barely fair, and he makes the long throw to Singleton, who scoops it on the 1 hopper. That one looked foul. It was so tight down the third base line. It looked foul. Umpire called it fair. Bregman made the running away, long throw to first base, and Singleton was able to get it on the hop. That was just a really great play by Bregman there. 1 out. Facing Dylan Carlson. That one's inside. 80 miles an hour curve for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the next pitch from Valdez. That one's a little low in the zone, but called strike. That one was down about 2 inches below that strike zone. Carlson shakes his head, but what can you do? 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Wow, way inside. Almost got him on the leg there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Framber takes a walk off the mound. Gathers himself for a moment, rubs the ball, comes back up on the mound. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Curve just low and outside on that outside corner, but called ball. Ball 3. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Carlson. That one's right in there, 96 miles an hour, taken for strike 2. That'll be another full count. This will be the 93rd pitch from Valdez, trying to pick up that 10th strikeout. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one's hit off into the right field stands. Count remains 3-2. That was a 79 mile per hour curve. It looks like Kikuchi is slated to pitch tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I'll be calling that game again tomorrow. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Curveball in the middle of the zone. Tapped foul down the third baseline. Count remains 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. One out. Here comes the pitch from Valdez. Fastball in the middle of the zone, grounded to Bregman, who crosses over, grabs it, fires to first. Perfect throw, out number 2. Framber gets 2 ground outs to third base. Still looking for that 10th strikeout. 95 pitches now for Valdez. Definitely won't be doing a full game today unless he starts getting just 1 pitch outs. Yandy Diaz is up to bat. First pitch to him is inside by more than a foot. 96 mile per hour fastball. Ball 1. Here comes the next pitch. Oh, that one's bounced way ahead of the plate. Just barely got past the grass. Ball 2. Taylor Scott is now warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. 2 balls, no strikes. That pitch is in there, though, for strike 1 on the outside corner, 95 miles an hour. 2 outs, no runners on. Valdez is wanting to change the ball. Umpire says okay. A strikeout and a ground out today for Yandy. Facing a 2-1 count right now. Valdez is on the mound now. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball. Strike 2. Another opportunity for Valdez to get his 10th strikeout of the game. Likely his last inning here. Potentially last batter. It'd be nice to get to that 10th strikeout. Let's see if he can do it here. Counts even, 2-2. This will be the 100th pitch of the game for him. And here it comes. Woo, 97 miles per hour upstairs, about a foot outside of the zone. a nice thought to get that high fastball, but he just misses. Full count. Okay, he looks for the count. He's got it. Here comes the pitch. He had a rush there, and he threw one in the dirt, a curveball in the dirt. That's a walk. He didn't have much left on the shot clock. He didn't have much left on the pitch clock there, and he tried to rush himself, and because of that, he put his curveball in the dirt, and Joe Espada is coming out to the mound. That'll be it for Framber, unfortunately. He does not finish the 6th inning, and he won't be able to get that 10th strikeout. So after 101 pitches, Valdez is coming out of the game. I think I would have talked to him and been like, hey, listen, how do you feel? Do you think you can go for one more batter? Because he didn't look like he was working up a big sweat like usual. He didn't look tired. His stuff wasn't bad. He could have gone for that completion. He could have gone for the 10th strikeout and finished that inning, but coach had other plans. He didn't look too happy about being pulled out, but as they say, that's the way it is. Astros up 6-1, guys, in the bottom of the 6th with 8 hits. The Rays have 3 hits. No errors on the board, but I do consider Pedro Leon's misplay in right field an error. So the more important stat is the Go-Go Tiger Stros error. So according to Go-Go Tiger Stros, Pedro Leon has 1 error. Cost the Astros a run. Stros had been a little bit quiet since that big inning. They did get the 1 run, but they stranded base runners in the 5th. But it is nice to see the Astros scoring runs at least every other inning. So in the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th, the Astros scored. They did not score in the top of the 6th. So that means in the top of the 7th, they need to score again, right? If they keep the pattern going, they'll get at least another run. Now, of course, the pattern, the way it is 1-4-1. So that means that in the top of the 7th, they need to get 4 more runs. Taylor Scott is on the mound now for the Astros. I think I might can update that. I'm sure I have Taylor Scott's picture in my folder. There he is. Jose Caballero comes up with 1 runner on base. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 runner on, 2 outs. Next pitch is just a little outside, 92 miles an hour. Ball 1, 1-1. Scott's been doing a pretty good job for the Astros, and they've been using him quite a bit, actually. That pitch is low and outside, almost in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-1. Christopher Morel has a fly out and ground out today. He's 0 for 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Scott. Swing and a miss on a high fastball on the top of the zone. That was exactly the pitch that Framber Valdez was trying to get on the last batter, but just wasn't able to get. Counts even, 2-2. Here comes the next pitch. Ooh, high fastball inside. Just missed the corner. Just missed the top of the zone, rather, in that corner. Full count. Full count on 5 pitches from Scott. Here comes the next pitch. This one's in the middle of the zone, fouled away. 93 miles an hour. Scott not throwing really hard, but the placement seems okay. Only missed a few times. Here comes another full count. This will be the 7th pitch for Scott. Morel bounces that one down the first base side. Another foul ball. 84 mile per hour changeup looked like. I should put a poll in the chat, but I need a break to do that. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on the outside corner, 93 miles an hour. So Taylor Scott is able to pick up that extra strikeout that Valdez unfortunately didn't get. So Valdez winds up with 9 strikeouts. Taylor Scott comes in, gets 1 strikeout, ends the inning. We'll go into the top of the 7th with the Astros leading 6-1. What kind of poll can we put up here? Let's see. How will this series end? How will this series end? Astros sweep. Astros 2-1. Astros. Oh, let's just change that to Rays. Rays 2-1. Rays miracle 3-0. Oh, let's just say Rays miracle sweep. That means that they're going to have to come back this game. Unlikely, but I had to put it in just because. Astros sweep, Astros 2-1, Rays 2-1, or Rays miracle sweep. I would hope that you guys all say Astros sweep. Yordan Alvarez is coming up to bat. He'll be the first one to face Richard Lovelady. Lovelady or Lovelady? What an interesting name for a guy, Lovelady. See if I can get his picture. Yeah, Lovelady, that's how you say his name. Does he love one lady or does he love all ladies? That's my question. Alright, first pitch is in there for strike 1. Here comes the next pitch. That one's a little low. Ball 1. 1-1 to Alvarez. As I'm trying to update the pitchers, and I need to update the bases too. Take that base runner off. Here comes the next pitch by Lovelady to Alvarez. Yordan hits this one pretty hard, opposite field and out of play for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch from Lovelady will be on the way in just a minute. He gets the call, comes set, and here's the delivery. Right in there, Yordan takes a strike 3 on the outside corner, 93 miles an hour. What in the world was he thinking? That's 2 strikeouts for Yordan this game, 1 swinging and 1 looking. How can you take that pitch? It's very strange to see Yordan Alvarez strike out, especially on stuff like that. Man, Lovelady taking no nonsense and going after Yordan, and he won that battle. 1 ball, 3 strikes. Yainer Diaz comes up, takes a swing at that one. Little foul tip, strike 1. Next pitch fouled again. This one's fouled away, bounces towards the dugout. Strike 2, 0-2. Diaz takes his helmet off, looks at the ground, kicks the dirt around. 0-2 from Lovelady. Here comes a pitch to Diaz. Looks like it's going to be an inside pitch. High and inside. Fouled away again. Count remains 0-2. Quarter to 10 in the morning here in Hiroshima. Top of the 7th. 1 out. Yainer Diaz at the bat, 0-2. Here's the pitch. He grounds that one right up the middle. It's going to be a long throw by the second baseman, but he makes it and is able to get Diaz. He was played over so far that despite that ball going up the middle and over the pitcher, He was able to grab it and fire it over to first, no problem. So that'll be out number 2. Astros were supposed to score 4 runs this inning in order to keep that pattern going. Pena's at the plate now, takes the first curve, 84 miles an hour for a strike. 0-1. A single hit by pitch for Pena in this game. Here comes the next pitch from Lovelady. This one is fouled off his leg. He immediately goes down to the ground. It looks like he's hurt a little bit. He gets back up. He's walking it off. Seems like he's going to be all right. Yeah, that's right off his left foot, his front foot. Swing foul ball right off the inside of his left foot. That looked like it didn't feel good. Strike 2. 0-2. Crowd with some lethargic cheering. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Pitches on the way. This one's hit hard out to left field. Man, that was a line drive shot. It just missed being fair by about 10 feet. It went all the way to the wall. A line drive laser by Jeremy Pena. He ripped around on that one. Wow. Count remains 0-2. Here's the next pitch from Lovelady. This one is hit to the right side. A bouncer to first base. Is he going to be able to beat the pitcher? He's safe. Jeremy Pena beats the pitcher to first base. He slides head first, dives, and gets his hand on the base before the pitcher is able to get there and cover. Yandy had to come way off the bag to play that ball, and the pitcher just didn't cover. Let's take another look. Yeah, he was there way before the pitcher was. The pitcher couldn't get over there in time. Yeah, Lovelady reacted too late to beat Pena. He had the time to get over there, but because he's a lefty, he was on the left side of the pitching mound, and by the time he reacted, which was a little slow, Pena was able to beat him no problem. John Singleton comes up to bat. 1 runner on. No, 2 outs. Ball 1 taken on the outside by Singleton. Single McSingleton did have a single earlier in the game. He's 1 for 2. Here comes the next pitch from Lovelady. That one's right in the middle. 91 miles an hour, right in the middle of the zone. Can you say gimme? And Singleton just lets it go by. Evens the count 1-1. Here comes the next pitch. Another one just past the mound, hit by Singleton. Terrible throw by the shortstop. That was another one of those crazy plays by the infielders where one fielder crosses right in front of the other, making it difficult for the other fielder to pick it up, but he luckily gets it, but makes a terrible throw to first, scooped up by the first baseman, who saves the play and gets the 3rd out of the inning. What in the world is with these infielders for the Rays? The second baseman and the shortstop, the third baseman, these guys are often cutting right in front of each other, blocking the vision of the guy who's clearly there to catch the ball, making it difficult for them to catch the ball. They get lucky both times this happened, and they get the out, get the catch and the out, but they not only cause a delay in the throw, but they cause the throw to be bad. With a series of lucky events, they get both outs on those terrible plays. Astros aren't able to get lucky with the errors and capitalize on those, but that's how it stands. Guys, if you get a moment, I'd appreciate you taking a moment to give your opinion on the poll. The question is, how will the series end with an Astros sweep? Astros 2-1, Rays 2-1, or miracle Rays sweep. We got one answer right now. Astros sweep. If they're hitting the ball, there's no way that the Rays can win. That's how I feel. I think it's going to be a sweep as long as they're hitting the ball like this. Taylor Scott is back on the mound. He replaced Valdez in the last inning. Got the remaining out on a strikeout. Valdez had a good outing today, only giving up one run, but that was because of Pedro Leon's nonsense out in right field. First pitch to DeLuca is hit to center field, and Myers is right underneath it, no problem, out number one. So one pitch, one out in the bottom of the seventh. Valdez had a 3-hitter in this game. Sadly has one earned run, which he doesn't deserve. That should be an error on Leon. Brian King is warming up in the bullpen for the Astros. Here's the first pitch to Jose Siri. He just stands there and takes that pitch. It didn't even look like he was going to be swinging. He takes another one. No. What? The screen? Oh, man. What is it with the stat guys today? This one's in the dirt for ball 2. The stat guys put up 1 ball, then they put up 2 balls. They change it back to 1 ball, now it's 2 balls again. But according to what I'm watching, it's ball 2. That one almost hit Siri for ball 3. This whole game, whoever's doing the stats on screen for the MLB network, he's drinking or something. 3 balls, no strikes. Here comes the next pitch. That one's in there on the outside corner for strike 1. 3-1. Siri doesn't look very interested in swinging the bat right now. Very uninspiring at bat, but he doesn't have to swing if Taylor's not going to throw any strikes. That's a curveball. Strike 2. Yainer Diaz thought that was strike 3. And he threw the ball to Bregman. He's back there laughing behind the plate. He came up and fired the ball to Bregman. Bregman must have been shocked to get that one. That's funny. You don't see that very often. Full count on Jose Siri. That was hilarious. Here comes the pitch. He did get it this time, so he lobs it over to Bregman laughing. I don't think he had the energy to throw that one hard. Siri goes down, swinging there, strike 3. That was really funny. You know how sometimes when you're laughing really hard, or something's really funny and you can barely say or do what you're trying to do or say. That's what Yainer Diaz did on that throw to Bregman after the strikeout. First pitch is outside to Curtis Mead, ball 1. Next pitch is in the top of the zone, fouled away, 94 miles an hour. Strike 1. The count is now even. They still haven't updated it on the screen, man. They are really lacking today. 1-1. This one's hit a line drive over the head of Altuve into center field. Myers brings it in. That's going to be a base runner and a first hit off of Scott. 2 outs. Runner on first as Mead gets a single to right center field. Taylor Walls, despite batting an amazing 167 for the season, he's got a couple of hits today, causing some problems for the Astros. First pitch to him is out for a ball outside. 20th pitch of the game for Scott comes in. Swing and a miss. High fastball. 93 miles an hour. 1-1 is the count. Rays now with 4 hits in the game. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Scott. Little high and outside the zone there. Ball 2. 2-1. I've been trying to lay off the carbs recently, so I can't easily get up and quickly just make a bowl of cereal or something in the morning or eat a banana. This one's fouled away, 93 miles an hour, low in the zone. Strike 2, at a count Count is even, 2-2 with 2 outs, runner on first. So today, when I eat after the game, it's going to be eggs and Japanese spinach, probably an omelet. This one's fouled back, 93 miles an hour on that outside corner. Wall's able to stay alive, keeps the count 2-2. Scott just 1 strike away from ending the 7th, keeping the Rays at 1 run. Here's the pitch. This one's hit into center field. It's pretty shallow. Pena runs out super fast and is able to catch it over his shoulder. Putting on the afterburners, there's Jeremy Pena to make that play. Myers floats in, but he lets Pena take it. Great play by Pena. Myers looks like he could have charged that one and possibly made a play, but he didn't charge it because he saw Pena rushing it like the Flash, and he let that one play out wisely. Pena makes the play. Good glove there by Pena. Going into the top of the 8th, the Astros are leading 6-1 with 9 hits over the Rays' 4 hits. Thank you for listening in wherever you are in this tiny yet large world. I've got 11 likes on the video during the live stream. I believe that this might be the most likes I've had while the stream is going. I know that it has been recently. For some reason, the views went way up while I was doing the Texas Rangers games. I did have some decent views for the Red Sox games, but not nearly as much in the way of interactions in the chat or likes on the video, comments, that sort of thing. It was noticeably different, the amount of interaction with the Red Sox series than with the Rangers series. Not quite sure why that is, because I think there's a big market there. Maybe it's because of the rivalry between the Rangers and the Astros. I guess that could be it. I can only speculate, but that's my guess. And I think that this game has been good, and that, or for my live stream, and that I've consistently had at least 10 viewers going this whole time. So that's good. I appreciate you guys being here for that. Jake Myers is up to bat facing Richard Lovelady. First pitch is a little high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and a miss, low in the zone, 84 mile per hour breaking ball. Counts even. $53 subs now. I've picked up 2 today. I appreciate that, guys. Nice swing for Jake Myers. Hits that one right up the middle. Big Jake finally gets a hit for this game. Lead off run. And the 10th hit for the Astros this game. That was an 87 mile per hour pitch right in the, I guess you could say, just the slight upper part of the zone. Just a good solid place to be striking the ball. Jake got it out there really nicely. Chas McCormick comes up. First pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Chas McCormick has gotten a walk tonight, but he's yet to hit the ball, and he does hit this one out to left field, but unfortunately the left fielder is nearby. He's very close to that one. He doesn't have to go far to get it. That's going to be an out. A nice solid strike by McCormick, but just not in the right spot, unfortunately. So he'll continue his streak of not producing anything very good. His batting average drops to 202. No, I'm sorry, 201. It just changed to 201. Dangerously close to 199. First pitch to Pedro Leon is taken for ball 1 inside. Leon is also hitless today, batting 125 since he started with the Astros from AAA. This one's low, swing and a miss, strike one, evens the count. All I can say is let's get to Altuve. If we can just get to Altuve, we can have a chance to do something because McCormick and Leon just haven't been doing it. Here's the next pitch. I was in the dirt. I don't know how the catcher caught that one. But he was able to save Myers from getting an easy stroll to second base. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pedro Leon. Now I'm thinking about that omelet. My neighbor, Mibu-san, he grows some stuff in his yard right behind the house here, and he gave me some cherry tomatoes. This one is bounced to shortstop. They're going to try a double play. They do get it, so we're not going to see Altuve this inning. Pedro Leon goes down with a, just a weak ground ball to shortstop. The double play ending the inning for the Astros. The Rays put the Astros away because of that. 1-2-3. And in the bottom of the 8th, Taylor Scott will be back on the mound. I believe he'll be facing Alex Jackson, Jose Caballero, and Dylan Carlson. Barring any pinch hitting changes, if there are, I will let you know. But yeah, man, the good thing is that I use AI right now. I'm fighting cancer, and that's one of the reasons I decided to start this channel. I was very happy when I found out that the MLB TV subscription does have the international option. It does cost a little bit more, but I can't tell you how happy I was to find out that the subscription is a one-time charge. You pay for it one time and you get it for the whole season, or basically a whole year. Not just the season, but just for a whole year. And I primarily need it during the spring training season, the first half and the second half, because I want to call the games, the actual games. I'm not really interested in MLB TV's other, I guess you could say, the MLB TV network news and other things that they offer. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is calling the live games. But when I realized that I don't have to pay for the subscription every month, it's just a one-time fee, I'm very happy about that. So I don't have to worry about canceling this experiment, this YouTube experiment channel. It just costs me time right now after I pay that one-time fee, so I'm very happy about that. But guys, I am fighting cancer, and I have to pay some really high fees for this ridiculously expensive medicine. And since I'm going to school and I'm only able to work part-time online, I'm not making a tremendous amount of money. So any support you can give, even if it's not monetarily, please like and subscribe if you can. It would really help me out, help the channel grow. Caleb Ort is now on the mound for the Astros in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch from him is 96 in the bottom of the zone. Ort has been really tossing some heat recently, hitting 100 miles an hour many times. 0-1 against Alex Jackson. Here comes the pitch. Another one low in the zone, 97 miles an hour. Swing and fouled away. Quickly 0-2. I'm going to try to change the picture here. I'm pretty sure that I have Ort's picture. Where's it at? There it is. Update that. Next pitch from Ort is almost on the way. He takes a really long pause, and here's the pitch. Ooh, just barely off the plate. Got the half check swing there, but that's ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jackson. Now I gotta change his name. It still says Scott on the screen. Next pitch goes down with that strike. Strike 3. Ort picks up his first strikeout on his very first batter. 1 away. Let's take another look at that one. Swing and a miss on a 98 mile per hour fastball in the perfectly placed upper inside part of the zone. Couldn't have been more perfect. Jose Caballero comes up to bat. First pitch to him curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Here comes a 1-0 pitch from Ort. This one's hit high in the air. Pena floats out. He'll get it just a few feet outside the dirt there. Out number 2. And whenever they always show these Tex-Mex or Mexican food commercials whenever Pena makes some kind of play. Some kind of local place in Houston. I'd like to try it sometime when I'm down there. It's gonna probably be a while before I get over there, though. First pitch to Dylan Carlson is low, just out of the zone for ball 1. 1-0. Man, it's been so long since I've been to Houston. It's hard for me to remember the last time I went down there. I'm in Hiroshima, so it's quite a distance now. Whew, 91 miles an hour. That one was in the very, very lowest possible outside corner of the zone. Evens the count 1-1. 2 outs. 1-1 is the count to Dylan Carlson. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Bounces before the plate. Diaz, masterful with that catch. Dylan Carlson. Man, he's the second batter. And he's batting .212 for the season. That's nuts. He does have a hit today. 2-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Ort. This one's 99 in the bottom of the zone. Hit high up into left field. Chaz is underneath it. Plays it no problem. Seems to handle those a lot better than the way Pedro Leon is handling them this game. That's out number 3. And that's going to do it for the Rays in the bottom of the 8th. We're going to move into the top of the 9th. My personal hero, Jose Altuve, is going to be due up. They're showing these dumb highlights of the Tigers celebrating after a home run, and they've got a stick with pizzas on it, fake pizzas. This is one of those things I've been happy that the Astros have not done, is have some kind of stupid celebration with some type of item or trinket or whatever going into the dugout. I think it's just ridiculous, but the Astros are professional, not jumping on the bandwagon with that nonsense, and I'm very, very happy to see it. I just think that these teams that are doing that don't deserve to be anywhere near the World Series. That's my feeling. But I do see that in the comment sections of some of these highlight videos sometimes. People make these comments that they're happy the Astros don't have some kind of stupid gimmick or trinket that they give to the players after they hit a home run. I completely concur. I agree 100%. Somebody has selected that the Rays will win the series 2-1. That's definitely pessimistic. Come on, man, really? Just 3 votes. 2 for the Astros sweeping, 1 for the Rays winning 2-1. Come on, guys. Can't see the Rays winning 2-1. Personally, I can't. Stranger things have happened, but I don't see that one. Highest OPS versus the Rays. I think 5 of those are Astros, the top 5. Holy cow, they own the Rays, apparently. Rays have a new pitcher in against Altuve. That'll be Cole Sulser. First pitch is high and outside for ball 1. Cole Sulser. I'll see if I can try to get his picture, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. Next pitch is similar spot, but just barely gets the zone for strike 1. 1-1 against Altuve. 2 singles today and a run scored for Altuve. Batting .304 right now for the season. Here comes the next pitch. High, another one a little outside. 3 pitches in a row. They're in the same spot generally. 2 outside the zone and 1 just inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 strike, rather. Altuve. This one's hit way up high. It's gonna float out of play. 2-2, evening up the count. I want to see another blast from Altuve. He went almost exactly a month without a home run. Then he had that blast in Boston. I'd love to see him hit another one out. Oh, man, that was in the dirt and a bad, lazy swing, a mistake swing by Altuve. He strikes out, so that's going to be out number 1. Sulcer gets the strikeout. Cole Sulcer, that's such a strange name. Bregman comes up and swings at the very first pitch and drives it out to the warning track in right field. Doesn't have the strength to get to the wall, though. It's going to be taken by DeLuca for out number 2. One pitch, 2 outs. Yeah, 1 pitch and 1 out on Bregman. Yordan Alvarez comes up to bat. So they keep all the main top of the lineup guys in with this 5-run lead. Give them another opportunity to add to it. Here's the first pitch to Alvarez. A little on the inside, but taken for strike 1. He could have pulled that one, but might not have been to his liking. 0-1. I think that one was about 93 miles an hour. I can see somebody in the stands recording Alvarez. This one's on the outside corner, another 93 miles an hour. Alvarez swings and misses this one. He's down in the count 0-2. Alvarez has strangely had 2 strikeouts this game. This one's in the dirt for ball 1. First strikeout was swinging. Second one was looking. He's down in the count now, 1-2, facing Cole Sulcer. Here comes the next pitch. That one's in the dirt, and he swings. The catcher doesn't know where the ball is. He finally picks it up. Alvarez goes down swinging again. That's 3 strikeouts this game for Yordan Alvarez. Man, what in the world is he doing? His batting average was almost at 310. It would have been probably 311 if he'd gotten a hit there. But instead it goes down to 308. 2 hits and 3 strikeouts for Alvarez this game. What in the world is going on, man? Talk about extremes. Feast or famine with Alvarez this game. Hit the ball or strike out. Good grief. So we're going to go in the bottom of the 9th. This is the last chance for the Rays to do something. More than likely, this is an Astros victory, ready to go into the books officially as another Astros win. This will be 6 in a row. And now they're showing highlights of another stupid celebration by the Mariners. Home run. They give him the trident. The Mermaid Man trident. For those of you who know that reference. Mermaid Man. Evil. We still got guys listening, waiting for the end of the game here. 11 watching or listening to the channel right now. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Consistently, this game has had 10 through the whole game. I appreciate that. That means that I'm going to have some good view times. Plug Bo Johnny. Did Jordan get a home run? Jordan. Are you talking about somebody from the Rays? I don't even think that Jordan's been in the game. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, I'm looking through the information. There has been no home run by the Rays. They only got a run off of an error by Pedro Leon out in right field. He misplayed a ball, which allowed the hitter to get all the way over to third base, and then he scored shortly after that. There has been no home run by the Rays this game. Looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter. Meisner comes in. He'll be facing Caleb Ort, who's still on the mound for the Astros. That one's outside for ball one. Cameron Meisner batting for Yandy Diaz. Yandy with no hits today. Meisner swings at this one in the zone. That's going to be strike one, fouled away. I'm not even sure which Jordan you're talking about. Plug Boy Johnny? 1-1 is the count. Here comes the pitch from Ort. That one's on the inside corner, low, and strike two, 1-2. Ort's ready for the next pitch. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, 98 miles an hour in the upper part of the zone. He gets the strikeout. It's going to be another K for the Astros today. Maybe about 14 strikeouts for the Astros pitchers this game. Let's see. Yep, that's right. No, I think that's 14. It says 13 on the board, but I thought that was 14. We'll see. It might update in a minute. We'll see. First pitch to Christopher Morel is outside the zone. A little high. Ball one. He's 0 for 3, Morel, with a strikeout. This one's hit really hard to left field. It might be gone. McCormick all the way to the wall, but he's able to catch it right by the wall. Wow, okay, that one kind of died. It looked like it was gone. The cameraman surely thought it was gone. McCormick was able to catch it right by the wall. Ort didn't look too happy about that as soon as it was hit. The way he reacted, you would have thought that that one was gone. Morel gave it a ride. But that's out number 2. Disappointing hit by the crowd that remained, that's for sure. DeLuca is up. Johnny DeLuca, 0 for 3 today with a flyout in the 7th inning. A lot of the crowd are leaving now. 98 miles an hour, just barely missed the upper outside corner. What's up? Hey, bro. What's up, Mo? How's it going, man? This game is almost wrapped up. Astros owned this team today, this opener. Framber Valdez had a great game. Astros bats came alive and just punished the Rays. 1 ball, 1 strike to Johnny DeLuca after that foul ball. Man, what are you doing today? It's you're still on holiday, right? From school? This one's hit way high. Is it going to be playable? It's over on the first base side. Singleton gets over there and he makes the catch right near the crowd there, right by the net. That's out number 3. Astros are now again a half game ahead of the Mariners. They keep battling back and forth between being tied and being in charge of first place. Mariners need to start losing some games again. It seems like as soon as the Astros get into first place, the Mariners start winning. But whenever the Astros are behind, the Mariners lose a lot of games and the Astros get ahead. It's just like, come on now. This is the 6th win in a row for the Astros. Mariners need to get with the program, start losing some games. Yeah, good Astros pitching. Man, the pitching has been lights out recently, and luckily the hitting has been there too, so that's a good combination. The hitting has been on fire. At the same time, the starting pitching has been on fire. The only time that they've really had trouble and lost the games is when they had a little bit of a breakdown with their relief pitching, and they just hadn't scored enough runs to give them a pad to make up for that. But the past 6 games, man, have been really, really good. Unfortunately, the ones they've lost have mostly been games they should have won. So they could very easily have 10 games in a row right now. But the bats just weren't there to give them enough of a lead. or keep them in the game or tie it up, give them a chance later in the game. And they had a couple of walk-offs. They gave off a couple of walk-offs. I mean, the games were really close that they lost generally. And but right now it's looking pretty good. Michael, how are things going there? You bring them good luck. I sure hope so. That'd be nice. But Michael, I'm going to be doing the game tomorrow. There's a holiday here. The Obon holiday is this week. And so Game 3, the Astros and the Rays, I won't be calling that game. I'm going to be taking a break because I was invited to go to the local community festival. It's just a little local thing. They're going to be doing the drumming, the taiko drumming. And tomorrow evening, I'll be going to that. And then the morning after that, I'll be going. So that's the game I can't call. But I can call the game tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow at the same time for Game 2 of the Astros and the Rays. If you're free, feel free to stop by. I think that game is going to be at the same time as this game. We'll take a quick look. And I will give you guys a game summary of this game in just a moment. Yep, tomorrow's game is 7:50 Japan time. 7:50 in the morning Japan time. It's really early in China. That's 6:50. Just before 7 o'clock tomorrow. So Michael, if you're free, you can stop by. That'd be great to see you. But for the rest of you, if you're in the U.S., that game's going to be later in the day. In the evening, I believe. But let's do a quick recap of this game, and then we can get out of here. Framber Valdez had a really good day today. He didn't quite finish 6 innings. He had 2 outs. He went 5 2/3. But after giving up the base runner, they decided to go ahead and pull him out. He was at 101 pitches, and he had a really good game. Just 1 walk, 9 strikeouts. He was only 1 strikeout away from having that 10 strikeout game. They did credit him with 1 earned run, but I don't think that's fair because that was a misplayed ball by Pedro Leon out in right field, who allowed the runner to get all the way over to third when it should have been a routine fly out. Don't know why they didn't say that was an error, but it is what it is. After that, the Astros relievers shut down the Rays. They weren't able to do much, and that's the only run they got. But here's the quick scoring summary. In the top of the first, Bregman homered to left field, a short 356-footer. Astros 1-0. In the top of the third, Alvarez singled to center field, scoring McCormick, and moving Altuve to third. Astros 2-0. Same inning, Yainer Diaz homered to left center, a 408-foot shot that scored Altuve and Alvarez. Astros 5-0. That was the big inning. In the bottom of the third, when Caballero hit a fly ball to right field, Walls was able to tag and score. The only reason he was able to score is because of Pedro Leon out in right field, the new guy from AAA. He misplayed a fly ball that should have been an out, allowing Walls to get all the way over to third, and then on the sacrifice fly by Caballero, he scored. Without that error on Leon, there would be no run for the Rays and no earned run for Valdez. Still don't understand why that wasn't an error. That's ridiculous. In the top of the fifth, the Astros did get on the board again when Myers grounded into a fielder's choice, allowing Alvarez to score. But that was going to be the last run of the game. 6-1 Astros, and that's how it ended. The game tomorrow, guys, I believe that Kikuchi is going to be on the mound. Let me double check. That's correct. Yusei Kikuchi is going to be pitching his 3rd game for the Astros. He's had 2 brilliant outings so far, and a ton of strikeouts, or 3 rather. Is that right? No, 2. It is 2 outings. This will be his 3rd. But he's had a ton of strikeouts. He set a franchise record for 8 strikeouts in a row in his 1st game out. He added a ton more strikeouts in his 2nd game. He's really on fire right now, so we're hoping that can continue. The Astros really, really need that, and he is a veteran pitcher, a left-handed veteran pitcher. It would be really great if he could remain an important part of this rotation. I mean, with Verlander going through his rehab starts right now, if he comes back strong, the Astros could be looking really, really good. Their starters have just been getting the job done. Blanco, Arrighetti, Hunter Brown, Valdez, Kikuchi, they're all just hitting on all cylinders right now. The Astros starting pitching has been really, really good lately. It bodes well as we're getting deeper into the second part of the season. Astros only have about 44 games left or something like that. 46, somewhere in there. Roughly half of those games are home games, so they're kind of 50-50 on home and road games. Mike says, nice, go enjoy the festival. I'll try to stop by for game 2. Yeah, man, I really appreciate it. I hope to see you here. It's really nice having you in the chat. I wish that I could add you to the chat, to the live chat, so we could talk during the game. That would be cool. If there's a way we can do it, we should figure that out. It'd be kind of cool to have the extra commentator on the game. That would be fun. But anyway, Shane Baz is on the mound for the Rays tomorrow. His ERA is 4.3. He's got an 0-1 record right now. I believe he's the one that pitched against the Astros during the last series in Minute Maid Park. We'll see if the Astros can launch on him tomorrow. But that's it for me, guys. That's all for now. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining and supporting, liking the channel, commenting. And special shout out to my friend in the chat, Renja Mo. He's my great friend. And hope to see him and the rest of you tomorrow. Until then, go Tigers Astros. Astros win 6 in a row. Let's make it 7 tomorrow and sweep this series. Let's do it. I'm going to go get myself some omelets. I'm going to go make some omelets now. I hope you guys are going to have a great week wherever you are. See you tomorrow.